Good evening, everyone. I'd like to open tonight's community and cultural meeting. First of all, I'd like to read the notice regarding recording and webcasting of meetings. This committee meeting is being webcast and recorded. By speaking at the council or committee meeting, you agree to being recorded and webcast. Please ensure that if and when you are speaking at this committee meeting that you are respectful to other people and use appropriate language. Albury accepts no liability for any defamatory or offensive remarks or gestures made during the course of this committee meeting, and audio recording will also be made for administrative purposes. Conflict of interest declarations, I've received none. Mrs. Agnich? None received. Apologies, I've received none, noting the absence of Councillor Stutchbury. Confirmation of the previous minutes. Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Mack.
Madam Chair, I'm happy to move the minutes for the Community and Cultural Committee meeting held on Monday the 21st of August 2017 at 6:51 p.m. be confirmed. Thanks.
Thank you. Councillor Doxey.
Happy to second, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Councillor Mack, would you like to speak to those minutes?
No, thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. I have no speakers for or against. I'll put the motion. All those in favour? Anyone against? That's carried. Matters arising from the minutes, we have none. Minutes of the Sports Albury Committee. Can I have a mover, please? Was that Councillor Vanderven?
Yep. Thank you, Madam Chair. I move that the committee recommends to Council that the minutes and recommendations of the Sports Albury Advisory Committee meeting held Wednesday the 16th of August 2017 be received, noted and accepted.
Thank you. Councillor Thorley.
Second the motion, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Councillor Vanderven, would you like to speak to those minutes?
No. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. We have no other speakers for or against. I'll put the motion. All those in favour? Anyone against? That's carried. Officers' reports for consideration. Item 7.1. Please. Councillor Glacken.
Thank you, through you, Madam Chair, to move the recommendation as a motion that the committee recommends to Council that Council support in principle the joint use of Department of Education facilities and authorise the General Manager to sign the MOU under delegation.
Thank you, Councillor Glacken. Councillor Mack.
Happy to second that, Madam Chair. Thanks.
Thank you. Councillor Glacken, would you like to speak to that?
Yes, if I may. Thank you. Interestingly, we were the councillors who attended the Local Government Association conference last year will remember that there was a presentation by the Department of Education, New South Wales Government, looking at the opportunities that would become available. They were working on opportunities to make them available to the community to be able to share resources. And it was a great presentation, and clearly they're moving along this path. In tandem or in parallel, Albury City Council has been seeking opportunities to be able to share facilities with a main area of seeking to be able to share facilities being basketball courts within our local government area, and we're progressing that work with Albury High School. However, this is an opportunity to work with parallel with that. So it's with pleasure that I support this recommendation to go to Council, as it will enable what are otherwise government facilities to be unlocked and more readily available for the community to be able to use. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Councillor Glacken. I have no further speakers for this item. I'll put the motion. All those in favour? Anyone against? That's carried. Officers' reports for noting. Councillor Mack.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move that the committee recommends to Council that Council receive and note this report on the State Heritage listing of the Ivor collection. Thanks.
Thank you. Councillor Doxey.
Happy to second, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Councillor Mack, would you like to speak to that?
Just briefly, Madam Chair, this has been a long time in its making, really, and the collection is of a high priority, and certainly now it has State Heritage listing. It's important for us to maintain the collection and maintain its integrity. I did have an inquiry from Noel Jackling in relation to a potential letter to Mr. Jansen Dick Jansen from KLM, and advising Dick of what had occurred, and I have sent that letter. So we need to keep KLM in the loop on this particular issue, and I think it's certainly I commend the staff for their report and certainly the work they've done to enable this heritage listing occurring. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Mack. I have no further speakers for or against. I'll put the motion. All those in favour? Anyone against? That's carried. Delegates' reports for noting, I have none. Is there any notice for urgent business, councillors? We have none. There are no confidential matters tonight, so I'll close the committee meeting at 6:06 p.m. Is that a record?
No. 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes, community and cultural meeting. There's never been much in the agenda today. Thank you. Oh, that's nice and warm.